Hello everyone, we are back. GSA, the grand finals of the monthly EU Super Mario Maker 2 versus tournament. I am Dry Blocks Man, joined once again by the wonderful Philly Doe. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be back. This is going to be super fun. We got first to 8 here, and we have bacon cheese here coming through the loser's side. So you can have a quick peek here. This is how the runners got here, and we've got Icay there, and as the from the winners bracket, so only needs to win the first to 8 the one time. And Bacon needs to win 2 sets to claim the title coming through the loser's bracket.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely some important things to know about this grand finals match. Like he said, it's the first to 8, and Icay only has to win once. But also, Icay was second place in the last tournament, so he is hoping to be able to take that title this time around.
Yeah, we'll see what Bacon Cheese has to say about that one.
Yeah, we can see some really, really fun, exciting comebacks today. Gonna be a nice long match. Grab some popcorn, grab some snacks, some drinks.
Grab a bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, you know.
If you've got one of those lying around.
Yeah. Oh.
So here we go. They're just about to get going here for the first match.
Yeah, Jelly Dot pointing out in chat, if you root for Icay, grab ice cream. If you root for bacon cheese, then grab a bacon cheeseburger. Simple.
Both of which you should have on hand at all times anyway, really. I mean...
Oh, I agree. The pinnacle of snack foods, of course.
I love ice cream. It's just...
Yeah. I'm grabbing some after this match myself. Alright, so that being said, we are in a very icy level with Bacon Cheeseburger just barely dodging those icicles. We see a Boom Boom there, presumably holding this key. The spike beetles. Yeah, constantly coming out of that pipe are going to be really making that area dangerous to fight the Boom Boom. We see Icay making it out of there with a mushroom still as well. We see the Bowser Jr. there. Good stuff from Icay, dodging the fireballs from the Bowser that's off to the right.
Yeah, gets the key.
It's gonna take a damage boost from the icicles, but makes it through to the pipe. Both Icay and Bacon Cheese make it through there, small but alive.
Indeed. Some seesaws there, and no, they both at the same obstacle. So they'll have to go through this section again here, and
yeah, no checkpoint.
Yeah, that's... Oh! Gets clipped by the edge of the platform.
Yeah. So that's going to be a small lead for Bacon.
Yeah, and has the power up for now.
Continues making his way through these doors. The invincibility frames from those doors there, helping him out, helping him keep him big, so you should be able to make it through this section once again.
Knows what's coming up here now as well, so...
For sure. Alright, he does get the checkpoint there.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of progress there for sure. Yeah, so if anyone, obviously you wouldn't be able to watch if the stream, but the channel has been live for over 48 hours and you can't stream for longer than that on Twitch, so you have to refresh and you'll be able to see it. Obviously, if the stream is still down, you won't hear me say that, but it seems like people are putting it in chat, so hopefully the message will get across to them.
Yes. Alright, so Bacon Cheese having to take that damage there so he can get through to that door. But he gets a Firefly right away after. Just gonna be trying to mow this Bowser down with fireballs and some bomb-bombs right at him.
Yeah.
Takes him out quickly, easily, and with fire. And that's gonna be a win for Bacon Cheese.
Indeed. So 1-0. That's the first course. Yeah, this should be very interesting for sure, and hopefully a nice close match would be what we're looking for here.
So just some quick answering questions from chat. Icay does have an advantage because he comes from the winner's bracket. He only has to win one set, first to 8, and Bacon coming from the losers, he does have to win 2 of sets of 8.
Yeah, so definitely a bit of a tougher hill to climb, but certainly possible, and a good start as well, as because it's off to a 1-0 lead at the moment. Some little interaction there as they...
Yeah, neither of them. Oh, okay. Icay having to take a fall.
Yeah, so Bacon will be able to move further into this level. And Louie Joey there, so makes the way back up, and I say having to take the long road back up. Still making some good progression here is Bacon. Just hung on to that there and makes it through.
Alright, so Bacon making it through, gets the checkpoint, gets a leaf here. Oh, does not get the flight. He hits the icicle just at the very end.
Yeah, it might have been a shortcut or something there.
Waits for the Goomba shoe. It's got some wings on it, so he has some extra verticality and also the option to jump out of it if need be, but he is able to keep it through this Muncher section and into the caves with some on-off switches.
Yeah, making it through that section good.
Yeah, and that's going to be a win from him.
Yeah, so now at 2. And yeah, it's a good way to think of it. It's because it is a double elimination, and of course, if you come through the winner's bracket, you haven't lost a match, and so you're needing to basically lose twice to actually lose here in the final if you come through that winner's side.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a good way to think about it. A lot of people asking about the US tourney in chat. It's the first Sunday of every month, and signups will actually go live tonight. So if you want to get in on some of this monthly versus tournament action, then you can sign up for that tonight. No streaming necessary with this restreamer, or not restreamer, spectator setup. You can just play your game and we will handle all of the video necessary.
Yeah, indeed.
So seeing another desert level here, 3D world, we see at least 3 coins, oh 4 coins, alright, so all 4 coins are collected. The key is going to belong to Bacon. Bacon really running away with it here. Icay slightly behind him, enters the key door, slides down.
More to it, looks like so far.
takes a hit to a Peepa. Bounces off of the Magic Koopa there.
Yeah, I'm making really good progress at the moment.
Yeah, really. Oh, all right.
It's kind of a weird section that takes a death.
Curse.
Yep. Whoopsie.
So I say, able to make it onto that bouncy platform there. Ooh.
Oh, sniped.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate there. So now Bacon Cheese will be farther ahead.
Yeah. Back and forth here. Alright, so Bacon Cheese now knows some things about what's going on. He has the knowledge. And knowledge is huge in this. You want to know what's coming up.
Much more important than a Lamborghini.
Agreed.
A deep level lore, so important.
Alright, so Bacon Cheese sees this pipe off to the left. He decides to enter that as opposed to the other entrance or exit to that section, I suppose. And he ignores the Koopa car, as is often faster and easier, in my opinion.
And there's actually a car, so there's a follow through. They found the Lamborghini, but not sticking with it because they've got the knowledge.
For sure. Alright, so he does safely make it through this cloud section. Just spin jumps up top here. Sees a 30 coin. Not looking for the money here. Money's by Lambos. We don't need a Lambo.
Yes, making good progress though, and there's the
Making
end.
progress into the flag.
So 3-0 to start. Strong start from coming out from that loser's side, but anything can happen here.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, this one is first to 8 as opposed to first to 5 like the other matches. Although still a great lead for Bacon to start here.
Yeah, I mean, every level counts, really. They're both making their way through the door. We see 2 red coins, pink coins, key coins. We've had a debate all day. See 2 of those in the level. We see this really odd section here. The goal is to get that bomb to break those blocks over there. They are going to hit a checkpoint into another similar looking room. They're looking for a question mark block, specifically one, I'd imagine, to break through and get to the next part of the level. So, not a very engaging level, I guess is the word, but they do make it through, and I say going to be trying to jump off of Bacon to get to that key coin and get the key.
Yeah, see if someone can make it there first.
Yeah, so Bacon actually using a bomb up top to try to break up there and get through there. But both of them blowing up with the bomb. Bacon over there was trying up top to blow his way into the red coin. But it ended up being a situation where they both went for it and they both died. So I say just making his way up through here, much smarter and safer strat. Now that Bacon wasn't there, and I say is going to bring it to 1-3.
Indeed. So, trying to keep it close. Would love to just close out this set here, would not having to play the next set.
Yeah.
Fire in the Hole 2, name of this level.
In the hole, too. Hole spelled with a W, of course, so.
Well, I mean, how else, right?
Oh yeah.
You're off bouncing here, and looks like they both died. So we'll see what awaits them here. It's interesting that you have to. I think you start to bounce on a few. Oh, there's the end.
And I
Wow.
say just taking the win very, very quickly.
Well, 3-2 now.
I say really, really hoping to not have to play a second set. Keeping these matches tight, like I said, I'd expect nothing else. Watching these top 8 all day, commentating, it's very, very exciting to see these runners just keep coming back and really, really holding on to whatever leads or trying to pull down whatever leads their opponent has. It's just really, really high level play.
Yeah, for sure. Super exciting.
Seeing the on-off blocks, some thwomps there. That'll unlock the path. Neither of them wanted to go for that on-off block. Just gonna give up some ground for the, and that's a time up. So a speedrun level, again, not great for these versus environments, just because it's basically a winner go. Seeing the 30 seconds, not a very comforting thing.
For sure. Definitely not the greatest level there, and so we'll see what we get to on this one. Oh, this looks just fantastic.
Oh yeah, the enemy spam and the fire flowers.
Oh my goodness.
So Bacon does make it through very early with the help of those fire flowers, able to damage boost through the gauntlet. So he's actually he's still running. Runs backwards.
Yeah.
So I say taking a bit of a lead. All right. So I think there's a specific Goomba that has the key, and you need to kill them all. Oh, okay. So I say gets lucky. He kills the one Goomba that has the key. He jumps through. He spin jumps on across all these spinies, and it's a pick a door, and that is not the right door. All right. So we've seen some pick a door levels previously, and that was not the right door. So both runners now understanding the concept of this level, and Bacon is just melting through all those Goombas, makes it through, and it's a matter of which doors lead where.
Absolutely. We'll have to see where they all end up. Well, we know there's 2 doors that will just dump you in.
And that would be all 3 doors because there can only be 4 pairs of doors in each subworld, and one of them was used with the lock, so all 3 of those would be the end, and Bacon was able to find the right one eventually.
Yeah, indeed. So 4-2 now.
Bacon really wanting to hold on to this lead here. So yeah, pick a door levels, not great for multiplayer versus. It's obviously possible, unlike some styles of levels. Like speedruns are basically never gonna see a victor in multiplayer versus. But pick a pipe, pick a doors, those aren't very fun. Alright, find the 1-up, clear conditions, so no checkpoint. All you're gonna be trying to do is picking up the singular 1-up mushroom in the level. Oh wow, this is a terrible level.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Oh,
the enemy spam. This is wow. We've gotten some great levels this grand finals. Yeah.
Jelly, couldn't even give up in time to to spectate there.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
well, all right.
Timmy, not Zelda pointing out.
Well, but I mean, we gotta ask Scott. Scott, what did you do on this one? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, Scott, really. I thought we need to have some good grand finals. We don't need enemy spam, anything like that. Not a good time. Dude, the one up was actually in a hidden dev block.
Yeah, probably. It seems to be the case a lot of the time. So this one, pretty interesting here, a speedrun
Yeah.
level.
I say actually making his way through. Does 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, the doors. Nope, not quite.
No, and part of that, he might have been able to make that in single player there. He was close, but the timer doesn't stop when you go through a door in multiplayer, whereas going through it in single player does. Like you'd have the time, you might have been able to make it still, but no time saved. It just kept counting down, right?
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of speedrun levels can just be impossible in multiplayer versus if it's a really tight speedrun.
Especially if it involves doors or pipes, it's usually just can't be done.
Alright, so I say with the mushroom here. Both of them hopping on the elevator, gonna be trying to get each other off of it. Of course.
Yeah, well, good speed
Bacon
strats.
cheese
Gets a
hoping
fire
to get the
flower.
power up. He gets the fire flower. But I say able to make his way through this vine section. Bacon still having a health / power up advantage momentarily, and both
But they
runners
both
die.
die. Sink to death. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we'll have another go at it here. Oh, and gets dropped because of that bullet. Didn't have
Yeah,
time
the
to
bullet
work
bills.
back.
Alright, so Bacon making his way up top. Checkpoint into a sub area.
Gets the cape.
I haven't seen anywhere to build up the speed to fly though, so it does give you enhanced movement in any case. Oh, he has to time the door correctly.
There we go. Now this is pod racing. Yep. Couple paths here.
Trying to stay up high as possible, Bacon here.
Yeah, doing a good job so far. Makes a good jump.
Alright.
Into another pipe.
That's
There's
returned. Oh,
There we go. So 5-4 now for Bacon. So there we are. Making
Yeah.
a great case now for themselves here and leading.
Yeah, so I say 2-5, a 3-point deficit. I mean, he still has the next set if Bacon were to win, but he wants security, you know?
Yeah, you'd like to make it right away, and of course came second in our last tournament, so looking for a bit of revenge.
Just once again, for the people maybe just coming in, it's gonna be it's either 1 or 2 first to 8 sets. We're in the first one right now. Because Icay went undefeated in the top 8, he only has to win 1 set. So he has to win 6 more levels before Bacon wins 3 more levels, and he wins the grand finals. He wins everything. Bacon, on the other hand, has to win 3 more levels and then win another first to 8 set. So it was effectively a best of 3, best of 8 sets, or first to 8 sets, with Icay being 1 set up already. It's kind of confusing, like, trying to explain it through voice. The visual bracket is probably a lot better for that.
Yeah, it is a little bit difficult sort of just looking at it, but just know that the Bacon's has a bit more of a hill to climb, but is doing well at the moment.
Yes. So both runners, that pipe seems to not be one you can climb, but up there above the swamp, there's a path, looks like. Neither runner getting up there at the moment. So Bacon back here, I think. Alright. Above the swamp, yep. There. Oh, what's that?
You can't go through the pipe, but I
saw something like fly through up top, but like the border kind of obstructed the view a bit.
You see, so just fall from the sky there.
This might be a mutual reset. Neither of the runners have to figure out what's going on. Yeah.
Indeed. Elgron escape is no more. And we'll see what we're up against next here in a moment. Alright, so we'll be off here into this next one.
So seeing some munchers right off the bat. And
yeah,
falling donut blocks.
That is definitely, it's tight, you don't have a ton of time.
Yeah, using the iframes actually for the spawning to get across the munchers, but
Alright, so into the pipe now for Bacon. They're both in there. What a strange world here.
yeah, seeing some bonefish come out.
Bacon's still surviving here, so.
Yeah, we got some flying fish now. We've debated the biology of the fish in the Mario universe for quite a bit today.
Yeah, I mean,
some flying.
Why are they immune to lava? And also they can fly now. Like, it's not fair. who does, we really gotta look into the science of these guys.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Tell me, there's something going on.
I agree. And Bacon here, fighting this Bowser Jr. Evidently is gonna have a key inside of him. And he is gonna head through that key door.
Keeps the power up too. Well done. Good
Yeah, for
timing.
sure. Definitely gonna help him out here and whatever other challenges that await him. Goes through this little claw section.
There's some coins, so hopefully that's a good sign for at least a checkpoint. Oh, and that is just the goal.
Yeah, that is a much larger flag than a checkpoint.
Oh, someone telling us here in chat, hello, there's a subreddit on the science. All right, I'll have to look into that.
All right.
I'm fascinated.
Definitely gonna have to check that out. All right, so Bacon here, 2 levels away from sticking in this grand finals.
Indeed, and then it's anyone's game. Really, it's completely neutral playing field if he makes it through this section and gets the 2 more.
Gravity well. You know, video games have much lower gravity than like reality. Like, I was thinking about that the other day.
Oh no!
Like, can you imagine if people could jump this high?
I mean, boy, that would change the high jump, wouldn't it? That would
Yeah.
you really get a lot of things done, and not just in that sport. I mean, you'd really change a lot up.
Oh, I'm sure. And a long jump. I mean, like. So we do see this like weird spring jump there that they had to pull off coming out of the pipe. We're gonna see more of those. So that seems to be the theme of this level, more or less.
Steals one out of midair.
Wow, Bacon with the plays.
What a move!
Completely steals it from Icay. Alright, Icay still able to save it, stays alive, making his way through the same area as Bacon. Alright, so we see more pipes with springs. This is where it gets a bit
Nice.
Alright, Bacon makes his way through. Icay with the same. Both of them grabbing the checkpoint here.
Yeah, and now moving through the neat section here, and so yeah, Bacon with that mushroom really pays off right there because it stays alive through the first hit. Now can play it slow and has a little bit of wiggle room, so can make it through here.
Yeah, can definitely slow down just a little bit for some game knowledge. And he's definitely utilizing his lead very well right now.
Precarious situation here. There's a lot going on, but
Yeah.
they out here, they're gaming. They are gaming right now.
Yes, we all. Ooh. So he did go too far to the right there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that.
So we do see Icay. It's the spin jump. Alright.
So now has a bit of a lead. Another checkpoint.
And a checkpoint. Okay. It's the power up.
Yeah, makes it up to the next section.
This looks like a fairly cool parkour level. Like.
Yeah, this is a pretty reasonable setup so far.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, can ride that one up using the invincibility frames there to gain some knowledge. So good move.
All right. Sees the door there. Now these are all horizontally moving thwomps, but he makes it through just fine. Very having to think very quickly. Oh man, taking tough deaths. So that semi-solid platform, that box there, he can.
Yeah, you have to go up quickly.
Yeah, he was just focusing on getting right out of the way of the thwomp, but that's definitely
Bacon now will have a chance at it.
Yeah, if Bacon can react quick, then... Alright. Bacon actually able to utilize the iframes and the already moving thwomps, but I think he might... Alright.
Just too far behind.
Yeah, so that's Icay taking the win.
Yeah, I thought Bacon might be able to have it there, but just not quite.
Wow, Icay really wanting to hold on.
All right, so moving on. Still Bacon up by 3, so a good margin at the moment.
Cute little flowers there.
Scott, I know. Yeah, where's Milo? Right? It's always just, usually he's there in the lobby, but we've got, since this is the EU one, we have Jelly Dot in as the host of the lobby, so to reduce the lag. But I know I'm so used to seeing Milo as well. One of these days, one of them's gonna win. You know, you're not gonna expect it, and they're just gonna come and get like an 8-0 sweep. They're truly the best versus players. Think about how much they get to watch. You know, they really know what's going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. They can really get all of this level knowledge. I mean, they can see all of the strats, the advanced strats.
Snipe by Bacon.
Yeah. Alright. Interesting bomb on play here. Oh, he's gonna have to try to get the...
Oh! Not
man.
quite.
So I say it takes that bomb, but... Alright, so he does get the fireball to land on the bomb arm, activates it, grabs the fire flower. Oh, he's gotta hit that bomb with the fireballs, bounce him across the platforms. Waiting to see what pops out of there. A star, very helpful.
Yeah, it lights that one up there. So
It's the showman.
yeah, it's definitely a creative. I like it. It's a pretty creative section, really.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have a boss fight here that's gonna involve throwing Goombas at the Bowser Jr.
And throwing each other, you know, wouldn't be complete without a little bit of that.
Oh yeah, of course. And then Bacon Cheese actually is able to take that lead just by a bit with the key. And wow, okay, Bacon Cheese taking the last second lead, and that's gonna give him the level there. 3-7 in this grand final set, keeping it tight.
Yeah, the equalizer.
The equalizer. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, really well done there. Well, by both players, but by Bacon at the end. Yep.
All right, so if Bacon wins one more, and he has he has 4 or 5 more matches to win another one, and we can get another set here. But who knows? I say he could pull off a win here. The comeback.
Both just take a death right to start, you know? Just for fun. This is such an awkward beginning, too. I mean, you can go, of course, over the top there, but it's just kind of, you know, it's strange.
Activates the snake block and then does not ride it.
Yeah, except for the Bowser Jr., you know, well, I mean, even in a single-player level, not the end of the world, but except for that Bowser Jr. part that sort of affected the end, I mean, that was a good level, creative sections, for sure. I am Bruce pointing that out there in chat. That was a good level.
Yeah, I mean, in single player, the Bowser Jr. wouldn't have been that bad.
We'll see.
Due to the race setting.
We'll have to see now. We've had a few times where, you know, and I don't want to commentators curse this, but we've seen match point a few times before, so let's just see what goes on. We got a pick up by Pierre, and oh my goodness.
Ah, yes. The clear pipes. We gotta love it.
Yeah, so Bacon seems to be making some progress at the moment.
I think we saw him starting to respawn there at the end.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, it looks like it. Very unfortunate.
So I say, run with his lead here. Alright, making some progress. Bacon trying to find the right pipe here. And he gets killed. This is a terrible pick-a-pipe level.
Yeah, thanks to Timmy for this one. Appreciate it.
Yep.
The only acceptable pick-a-pipe level to me is one in which if there's 3 routes and all of them lead you to the goal. You know, you go in, you choose one, you're in different sections, but they all at least lead to the goal and they don't just, you know, kill you.
Alright, I say making his way through with the hammer. Ooh, dodges those exclamation mark boxes that no doubt will kill him. He grabs the coin, or the coin, gives him the key, falls down to his death. And but those 3 exclamation mark boxes also seemingly lead to his death. So we're gonna have to see what happens here.
Yeah, and 150 seconds left to go.
Yeah, very confusing, not fun level.
Yeah, they're just making their way through and trying to see what happens.
So I think Bacon might actually try to go like really far, because you can see the ground just to the left. Oh wait, that is the same ground. Never mind. I was gonna say that he could try to go left outside of that locked door, but that locked door is right there. It's the same place, so not really sure what the strat here is.
Surely some of Scott's best work on this one.
For sure.
Only 90 seconds left as well.
I say checking all these boxes over here. Making sure that they do indeed lead to those 3. I think the idea personally here is that you might want to ride those thwomps up. I don't think we've seen anybody ride those up over to the right. "57, 50 seconds left as well here. I say reaching the goal out of nowhere. There's a warp box.
What a, I mean, let's be real, it's a bad level.
Yeah.
But
I say telling us dev blocks above the big thwomp.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so very, not very great level.
So, Bacon, though, still ahead by 3. Just needs one more to take it to a second set.
Yeah. Link's bizarre spike ball ascent. So we are
The
gonna see
unfortunate
that.
thing is there's no... When they do the lobby like this, it's not as though, you know, we've personally chosen the levels. It's not even a curated playlist. It's just just from the depths of Mario Maker 2's system.
Yeah. This is actually a really cool mechanic that I've never seen before. That Icay is utilizing pretty well here is that you can bounce off of those spike balls as Link with the sword. I'm gonna have to try out some more Link sword play because this is really, really cool stuff.
There are some really neat Kaizo levels out there where you can do this tech. It's pretty fun. You can ground pound on top of those and gain some height. There's some pretty unique levels that involve this technique with Kaizo, and it's pretty cool.
Alright, so Bacon is able to bomb Icay, get rid of his Link suit. That door leading nowhere.
Yeah, so again with this playlist it's not our regular leagues. This is a monthly tournament, and so this has to be done like in a lobby. And so it's not like where they're just going through the endless expert levels and they're both streaming and just both going through the list of levels and things like that. This is it has to be a bit of a different setup. So there is also a league where there's actually a couple of leagues, and I'll just put it in. There we go. So you can check that schedule there that I just popped into the chat, and that will show you the different leagues and monthly tournaments and things like that, and the general schedule for all of the other events that we have on this channel as well. So feel free to check that out.
Yeah, in addition, right below the stream, there's the schedule right here. There you can see Mondays we have the 70-star league and all of that stuff down there, and then links directly to the league challenge pages where you can check the standings. Just right on down there, you can see our expert mode league division A and B's are Thursdays, Fridays. And neither of these runners able to make any progress in this section of the level.
Yeah, not so far.
Shielding it back and forth for fun.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up on this one, huh?
Alright. Oh. Because the balls do home in on you, so you want to like try to loop it under that wall there, but also up high enough to bounce off. It's definitely a difficult thing to do, especially with the homing AI trying to follow both players. Very cool mechanic, though.
For sure, it's really interesting. The other thing I just noticed in quick question chat here, with the difference between the couple leagues, part of it is that with the Versus League, it's similar to this, in that they're in the same room, and like the lobby, and they're able to interact with each other. And then the other one, they're not, it's just through expert levels. And they're not in the same room. They're both streaming, and they're going through a list of levels, but not, they can't interact with each other.
Yeah, the versus mode is gonna see the two players playing in the same level together, where the leagues are gonna be the runners playing through two separate levels on their own separate systems. Alright, so Bacon actually does make it up top there. I'm assuming that there is more platforming to do up there that he's trying to figure out, that he just did figure out. You cannot see his indicator anymore, so that might mean that he is out of the sub area. Alright, yeah. Gotta do kind of a bullet bill jump and a jump on this spike ball. It is a really, really cool level, but just not great for multiplayer. But now Bacon can actually just have free single player reign of figuring this thing out. It does look like he's figuring it out. But that means Icay can get, yeah, there he is, not far behind. Alright. Pretty interesting.
Really unique mechanics, that's for sure. It's a pretty unique stage for sure.
Yeah, I like the stage so far, and the boss fight just happened. Not really sure.
You need to go up again. Yeah.
Alright. Hops into that pipe.
Well, that's the goal. Wow, so that is the first set. So they will be moving on to a second set as Bacon Cheese takes the first set. So that is really cool. They'll be on to the second set, and now it's anyone's game. They'll carry on to that right away. I unfortunately have to step away for the rest of the evening, but you will be in great hands here with the Dry Blocks man. So thanks for listening, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the match. This has been a really great one so far, and have a good night, everyone.
All right, see you, Philly. Have a good night. All right. Now, you all are in my hands, and I might do dangerous things to you. No, I promise. I love you all. I would never do that. We do have this new set here. Very exciting. Bacon Cheese really wanting to win these grand finals. Took the first set. Woo, do it dry. Yes, I will. But Icay and Bacon are effectively on even ground now. So to anybody who's just coming into this, from now on, it's just whoever gets first to 8 will win the entire tournament. So first to 8, it's gonna be exciting. It is this last set because it's the grand final. Exactly. All right. So Icay activates this. Oh, Icay finds the goal pole right away. That was a pretty interesting level there. I wasn't really commentating most of it. I apologize. But no really big plays there. It was just moving on through, and Icay moved on through the right way. So yeah, Icay's definitely sweating just a little bit. He did get second place in the last month's tournament, so he is really hoping to be able to come back and get a little bit of vengeance. G Mario, because Bacon came in from the losers bracket, and Icay went undefeated in this final 8 today. So Icay had the advantage from not losing a single match. And Bacon did come from that loser, so he has to win too. Yeah, basically what Unusual said, because it's a double elimination, and that was Icay's first loss. So we're seeing some Thwomp parkour, that's the name of the level, or name of the game, I suppose. And we can see that goal pole right away, but Bacon and Icay both struggling to make it through. Icay actually just went for some invincibility frames, jumps across. Not successful though. Both runners really just trying to spin jump across. Really great level, yeah. I mean, we've seen some pretty bad ones. This one looks alright, and Bacon does reach the goal. Oh, the L next to their names, G Mario, means that loss, yeah, represents one loss each. So they both are losers, I guess. So yeah, tied up, first to 8, 1-1 in the grand finals here, the final set. I must say, I love Bacon's outfit. It's just pure beauty, My first hard level. So you see Icay getting the early Fire Flower will definitely help him later in the level. Yeah, trying to wall jump across these as opposed to Bacon, who just had to take a death there. Gets some on-off blocks and gets a checkpoint very early on. That will, ooh, okay. So he has the checkpoint, not too big of a death. So Bacon just makes it right to the goal as soon as he got across that Koopa jumping section. He was able to just run with it. Oh, we have a new commentator in the booth.
Hello.
Maximum Color, how are you doing?
I am doing great. Real quick, sound check. Am I sounding all right?
Yeah, you're doing great on my end.
Sweet. What have we here? Icay versus Bacon and Cheese.
Yeah, it's been a tight set so far. So it was a first to 8. And there's 2 sets in this grand final. It could have been, oh my lord, this enemy spam. Bacon was able to grab the star though, and makes his way somewhat safely through. Still trying to figure out what exactly he needs to do. But so the first set, Icay only had to win 1. And Bacon has to win 2 in this grand finals because Bacon came from the loser's bracket. Bacon did win the first set, so now both runners just have to get a first to 8. That's the goal here. Whoever gets this first to 8 is going to be our grand champion for this versus tournament.
And it looks like Bacon is working to make his comeback. He's still working hard at that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he had a substantial lead throughout the entirety of his first set, and he's looking to keep that rolling throughout the second.
As we all know, Icay is a very skilled runner, obviously making it to the finals here. Already Bacon taking it again with a 3-1 lead. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Thanks for the recap. I'm sure that's great for anyone else who is also joining us.
Yeah, so really it's kind of confusing to talk about, or like in text or voice. Like the visualization with the leaderboards is definitely helpful, but right now, just the simplest way to say it is whoever gets first to 8 wins the grand finals. That's all we need at this point.
So here we are off in a 3D world, and it looks like Icay is in the lead right now. Although we cannot see what he's doing up there, but Bacon is climbing up pretty quickly, taking his way, dodging the spikes that are not currently on.
Alright, taking some damage, but does make it up through there, hits the power block. Checkpoint, that's always a relief.
And it's clear Icay did not hit that checkpoint, so looks like Bacon is back in the lead. And we can see Icay down at the bottom there on the screen indicator. Ooh. Some slightly difficult timing right there, but we got those
sure, very tight.
We can take.
And I wonder if that POW block is necessary for anything, because you can't throw that through the pipe there.
Bacon deciding to... I see.
Yep.
Just automatically activates it. Getting through as fast as he can. He cannot take another hit, and looks like he's going to... Giving Icay another chance to start coming back. Here is Icay with his Fire Flower fully kitted up. Speaking a little bit too soon.
Alright, so Bacon does have the full health there. Can take all the damage he wants.
Checkpoint is doing work for him. Icay still has to get up to that point, and it's clear that there is some difficulty getting there. Looks like we have a bit of a theme here of just triggering red POWs right at the start. Interesting.
Oh, getting crushed.
Oh, sorry. I see I'm clipping there a little bit. Turn that volume down. Icay, can you catch up? It looks like he has finally gotten up to.
Oh,
Whoa!
he just
Icay with the
goes right up
sequence
that
break.
way. All right, the big
That-
green cat's coming out.
That's what
He's gonna have
Icay
the
is
lead
known for.
Yes, Icay really wants this win.
Wow, that was some impressive stuff. I wonder if Bacon's going
Alright.
to try and replicate that.
There's the pow block through there. Ground pounds kills all those bees there. Wow, Icay really.
I say this is a good match.
Ooh.
You're all welcome. Oh, look at this. It
Message.
looks like... Is this the end?
It might be.
It looks like a celebration screen, but we'll see. No, just second
Checkpoint.
checkpoint.
Auto scroller.
Oh, that's not great. Not great for
The
Bacon
fire
right
gun.
now.
Icay making his way through fairly good. He has the fire still.
Fire Toad. I'm gonna start calling this guy Icy Hot over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's navigating through, not losing his fire at all, using it to his advantage, really clearing
Yeah,
things
for
out.
sure.
Playing it smart and patient, making sure that he doesn't take any hits.
Yeah, for sure. I love this play, man. He is doing really well for himself.
Whoa, okay, that was some really tight. He must have been like a couple pixels off from getting hit by that.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa! That's
The
actually
off
something I didn't
screen.
know.
So if you're in the clear pipe and you get off screen, that still kills you. That's unfortunate. So he does have to get into that clear pipe very quickly after.
Learning new stuff every day. I wonder if he even knew about that.
I mean, it's not really something that you would think about, honestly. Alright, but he does have the knowledge about what's going on in this whole thing.
Yeah, he knows what to expect now, staying at the front of the auto scroll this time, which will give him a little bit of extra time with those pipes. And devious level design over there. Meanwhile, I wonder what Bacon's up to. Icay getting back to his previous point of defeat, moving through these.
Alright, gets
Twisty
to the end of the
tiny
clear
pipes.
pipe section, into the warp box, and that's a win.
Getting the one up, flexing
Yeah.
with the one. Actually, I guess that's useful in this.
Yeah, no, definitely getting the flex in at the top of the flagpole. Alright, Icay coming back. He really wants this.
What wonders shall our future stages hold for us?
Well, at the beginning of the first set, we had some really bad stages, so we're definitely hoping to get some better ones here.
Oh, what's this?
Puzzle solving and multiplayer versus are the tags, so
Alright. Cameraman entering spectator mode as Icay taking the first death over here. Actually, both of our runners taking deaths. And already reaching the goal. Wow.
yeah, that
I
was
didn't
fast.
even notice it in there.
No, me neither. That was definitely
Hiding in the checkpoint.
for sure.
I guess that's the puzzle solving we were talking about. And Icay tying it back up 3-3. What, we need 5 more wins from either one of our players. First to 8, right?
Yes, sir. 3-3. The Binding,
Binding
of
of
Mario.
Mario.
So possibly a Binding of Isaac reference. We'll see.
I'd say it's likely. We got mushrooms, we got keys, and we got dry bones. Icay off to the early lead, and we have a skippable boss fight, very likely.
Yeah, definitely looking like Binding of Isaac a lot.
Oh my.
I'd say.
A lot of Magic Koopas.
Yeah.
It looked like he hit one of them and it turned into like 6 more.
Yeah.
Bacon trying to fight his way through this.
Yeah, for sure. He wants those Magic Koopas to open up the block path for him. He does, and that's a win for
Wow.
Bacon.
Right there. Did the Magic Koopas turn the blocks into fire bars?
Yeah,
Wow, that's...
because they can turn them into like booze, fire bars. There's a few things that they can turn them into, but you normally don't see all those fire bars there. So he was able to make it through though.
Bringing him back into the lead, really coming in with that comeback. The fact that he got through that first set, still keeping his momentum, just goes to show being in the losers bracket definitely does not kick you out of the tournament at all. I believe it says, "What have we made?" Or "What have I made?" And I think Netherlandish.
You know more than I do.
If that's accurate, then I question the level creation here. Oh, sweet! Each of our players getting a different power up.
Get some naked pipes here, of course. Now, Icay probably gonna be utilizing his cat suit. Oh, the blind dive, just barely.
Works out great for him. Does not manage to make it over there. Not sure if that jump's actually possible. He might be able to get there with like a good.
And the rising lava is gonna make the level impossible, and that's probably gonna be a mutual reset because we saw that rising lava, and we've seen a couple times today where the rising lava just really screws with the level.
Well, it does look like we have branching paths here, and it seems Bacon has figured out the fire flower path, the intended fire flower path.
Yeah, so the cat suit might not be possible, but alright, so we do actually see 1 coin here, so there might be a coin per each path. I'm not sure.
It's a checkpoint. Playing it safe, going back, getting that power up again. Just trying to get in that area. There we go. Finally, bomb blows it up for him. And we've got a checkpoint, which means we also have a coin saved. So it does look like this is a, what's the word? Like a multi-part level. Get multiple red coins. Some sort of challenge level.
Alright, now Icay doesn't really know that Bacon has that first coin.
That is very true. Bacon getting the information. Let's see. We'll go back in here, see if he can get to that. Yeah, he's going for the cat suit. Trying to get the cat suit. Having a hard time.
I wonder what Icay's up to. Like, where is he? We haven't really seen his indicator anywhere.
It's a good chance it might have been under our overlay here. And still not quite making it. They're going to need at least a double jump to get over there. Not even sure that'll be
They're
enough.
not really even getting the max speed, like the second running speed there, so maybe that's what they need for the extra. I'm not sure.
I wonder if they can carry the momentum through from that. Oh, definitely not now. Just trying to figure it out, figuring out his spacing, lining it up. Yeah, that'll be difficult. You might have to do one of those tiny little triple jumps that are difficult to pull off. He's getting down that catsuit grab, though. Figured out the timing to not get blocked by the fire flower.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder... They might be able to spin jump into it.
Oh.
Huh. Just testing out all of his different options for getting momentum. Ooh, tries to go for the corner jump. Makes it just a little too late. But that is a good question. I wonder what Icay is doing during this time. We've got an interesting decoration, I guess this thing is.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Experimenting with what he can do. Still trying to go for that platform because it does seem to be the only option that we've
That was
seen
the
so
closest
far.
jump we've seen.
It was.
That might have convinced me that that jump has to be possible.
I'm still wondering about the spin jump. Maybe there's something I don't know? Perhaps you can't dive out of a spin jump?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't played the game in quite a while, so... And I haven't seen any mechanics where... I think Icay might actually be blocked off due to that rising lava, as some people are mentioning in chat here. So that means Bacon's only... No, because even if he makes it, like... Did Icay get into that rising lava block because he went into a pipe? I don't know. We'll see what happens. It might be a mutual reset or a timeout. I don't think we'll see a victor, but...
Well, I have yet to see Icay give the give up sign. So, there must be something possible going for him. Might be able to make it with that speed boost, P-speed.
Trying to get out really far before the dive, but not turning around fast enough.
Chat
No.
pointing out that the wall is, that he's diving for is actually so high they wouldn't be able to climb it anyway. That is a very good point.
I did not think about that.
Now I'm just very curious about what's going on both ends. What will this turn out? Should we might be needing to switch into slow mode here. Take a moment, appreciate the... Oh, he makes it to the wall. He makes it with room to spare,
Okay.
and he does make it up.
Alright, he
What
gets
will we
the
see?
dive. Alright, so he's got to... Alright. Now that's the coin. Okay, he makes it through the door. But that's just gonna be... You can't get into that rising lava room. And that's
Oh,
gonna be a
no.
mutual reset from the runners.
And they are both... Well, are
Very
they back to the start?
unfortunate.
We're looking at Icay here. Where is Bacon in this?
Well, level's a bit broken.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
Lava likes to break levels in this game.
Did they reset, right? They reset the level and...
Well, Bacon gave up.
Oh,
which
he
would-
gave up. Okay.
And then Icay must have been like in some sort of a locked state where he couldn't play, but he wasn't giving up.
Well, this gives him another chance since they did restart the level. He's basically playing it single player now. Let's see if he
Yeah,
can get...
because Bacon can't actually play, so Icay might get the win.
Yeah. We'll see.
Unless there's
We
something.
do know that that wall is definitely climbable now. I'm not sure exactly what it was that Bacon did that made such a huge difference in that
Yeah.
jump, though.
I don't know. Either way, this could be Icay's game. He has about 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Mike in chat pointing out he had full speed, so Icay is gonna have to go for some sort of a dive. Yep, there you go. Oh, that was the speed he needed. That was he had it, but not jumping off. Just about 1 minute left. This is really getting down to the wire.
Alright, flying through the air like... Oh, he
That's
gets the
speed.
jump?
Okay. Gets the dive back.
Oh, does not quite make it. Oh, but he doesn't quite manage to save it.
Oh man, that was so close too.
He's got probably one more good attempt that he can make.
Yeah,
30
this is
seconds
gonna
on the
be the
clock.
last go.
And we never did see the end, so we don't actually know how much longer.
It
We
is
got after
beyond
this.
that pipe.
Doesn't
yeah.
make it. I feel pretty confident calling it at this point. He might have one more shot, but 12 seconds is not promising at all.
No. And in multiplayer versus, time doesn't stop when you go through doors. Yeah.
Yep. All right, here we go. Here we have it. We will be timing out. Nope, not quite timing out, but we are giving up. All right, well, that was quite the excursion. A little bit of a tangent there. Maybe we'll get a less broken level this time. Let's hope. As our star-crossed competitors clash with each other on the legendary Uwu.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes. Little bit more traditional looking jungle level. So far. It's hard to tell from the first page. First screen. We do have rising water.
I'm Bacon narrowly missing the cheap there. Doing some platforming here.
Pro level fish dodging. Icay with the speed stance really catching up after that death. Oh my gosh,
And that's
almost
the flagpole. Oh, Icay reaching the goal. Wow.
I don't even know how he did that. He was moving like lightning through that. He
Dude, that
won with the fish.
That comeback in the level, man, that was...
Golly. Icay navigating a water level like there was no water in it at all.
Man.
Head bounce under the saw? Dang.
Meowster, yes, you did blink. You blinked. You're not allowed to blink watching these sets. Alright, 4-4 in the grand finals. 4 more levels from either of these runners will end the tourney.
1-3 Run Away from the Moles by Daddles. Wow, all that, and we're just tied up still. What a great, close match. Here we are in a slide. Our runners right next to each other.
Yep. Oh.
Bacon failing to get the mushroom in time. Give me one moment, fellas.
Alright, so we do see Icay coming up here. Bacon gets the mushroom from the cannon over there, but Icay just really flying. Barely lands on the platform there. He sees the end. Not quite sure how to get through to it, though. We do see Icay hits a checkpoint, goes into the sub area outside. Yeah, Max, he was underwater. That's the effect his mic was giving him.
Yes, I am back. I hope.
Still the same issue. I am not. Oh, there we go. Okay. Icay reaches the goal. And that is going to be 5-4 in our grand finals here. Oh, Bacon. The characters were switched. So that's going to be 5-4 in favor of Bacon. There we go. Alright, thanks, chat. Much appreciated. I'm just here to talk. Blame the restreamer. Blame Commentate. It's Commentate's fault. Yeah, are we Jelly Dot? And both of them just really whiffing the ball. Not able to keep up with the fast-paced movement of these runners throughout the levels. New applicants for Global Speedrun staff, Association staff, will be accepted immediately. But beyond all of the jokes and such, we do see Icay getting this checkpoint, moving his way through this very blowy Joey oriented level. Fire but comfy, yeah, exactly. So Icay still with the water. We see 6 total red coins, pink coins, key coins in the level. Fire is comfy, yes, exactly. We see, I have personally seen 2, I think 3 coins collected. So, it should be interesting, and whoever gets the last coin will get that key. And we see Icay seeing...
Hello. Have I re-submerged from the deep?
Yes, you are back.
All right, sorry, just a little bit of residual effect from that water level. Oh no, more water.
Yeah. Watch yourself.
Looks like it came back into a very interesting level. This actually looks pretty fun. Oh, and it looks like I come back just in time to see Icay reach the goal and tie it up again. That is the kind of game I like to see.
Coins were unnecessary. All right, so we are 5-5.
Let's get to 7-8. Let's get to overtime. Come on.
Dude, this grand finals here. And it's very, very exciting, of course.
Wow. Switcheroo by Homie814.
Kotaku pointing out in chat that the coins will be bonus as soon as a checkpoint is reached. I appreciate that. My bad.
And we are off on this. I understand the name Switcheroo now.
Yes, lots of switches.
And the way they're positioned really gives our runners a little bit of time to catch up with each other.
Yeah. Definitely some tight play, Bacon. Really, those wall jumps.
Icay not quite managing to make it, surrendering a huge lead over to Bacon, who also gets the checkpoint.
Alright, so this is gonna be a bit of a tight one here, and he's getting some weird patterns. I think he understands it, though. He is just gonna be stepping on those overlaps where his foot hitbox is gonna be able to stand on both the blue and the red.
Playing it safe, playing it safe.
For sure. He's doing well against this flying boom boom.
This syncopated pattern of the switches is definitely making this level a lot more difficult than your average switcheroo level.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh boy. More of the same. It's a little bit bigger jumps. Might actually. Ooh.
Bacon not
Can
quite
Icay
hitting.
catch up? Sent all the way back here. Icay looks like he's still struggling in the beginning. Ooh. We have this bridge of terror. Bacon trying to go a little bit faster this time. Not paying off. And Icay
Alright,
is
so-
on the screen.
Oh, Icay. Maybe he made it. Not quite sure.
And there he is, running in the speed of a toad. Oh, what happened? Did our level break?
Oh no.
Oh, that's bad news for Icay. And Bacon runs right into our mischievous flying boom boom, setting him back into a similar position, but he does respawn the shell, allowing Icay to continue forward.
Yeah.
Not sure what caused that shell to despawn in the first place. Icay figuring out the timing.
Yeah.
And here he is with his first Battle with Boom Boom.
Yeah,
Ooh.
very
Ground pound
close.
cancel keeps him from being carried into that skewer.
Bacon Cheese with the knowledge that he doesn't need to defeat that Boom Boom anymore because he already got that key. And Icay unfortunately taking a death there. Bacon gets another checkpoint. Heads up in this pipe here.
Back in the overworld. Will we be seeing the end? Cat paws killing munchers. Back onto the stair step. Interesting. But he didn't find the checkpoint before. And we have another Boom Boom fight. Fortunately, this time he has a stable platform to stand on throughout all of this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that's appreciated.
And was that the last hit on him? Might have been. Trying to figure out
Bacon
where
gonna
to
be
go.
taking
in
a
this.
death regardless. He does have that checkpoint though, so he can just hop back right up in that pipe.
Going into the house. She did before. What is the play here? We've stepped a little bit into puzzle territory again.
Not able to save himself. Just really having trouble with trying to figure out what to do here, and Icay, yeah, still.
Back of that second checkpoint. But honestly, I'm wondering if the third checkpoint might be a decoy at this point. I really don't see anywhere to go from here.
Yeah. And again, those odd rhythms with the on-off blocks.
It's really got to make use of, standing right in center there, which it's a little bit easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure, especially with those jumps you have to do. They're pretty lengthy.
Fortunately, they do have the air stalls that they can utilize to help land on them, but it is, you have to rack up quite a bit of momentum to make a jump that high.
And that's
And
going to be a
time's up.
timeout.
Puzzling indeed. Well, good news about all these timeouts is it is giving us much more footage to enjoy.
Oh yeah, for sure. High quality content, we need it.
This is certainly a long finals indeed. Moving on to Japan. And looks like we got a bit of a one-player level. First person to get on those platforms will have a huge advantage.
Yeah,
And
for
it looks
sure.
like it will be Bacon getting that advantage. So this is one of those levels where just all they've really got to do is not mess up because their competitor doesn't really have a chance to catch up. So if Bacon can first try this, he will be taking the win.
Oh! Bacon
And
activates the blue platform too early and takes the death to the swamp. But he still has that lead against Icay. He got the checkpoint. He knows what to expect now.
Very fortunate for him that Icay did not manage to get to the checkpoint. Oh, but
Okay.
Icay coming in hot, coming in fast.
Alright, Icay is able to get into the door. And
First try,
Icay,
and that's it. Whew. Every time it seems like Bacon is far in the lead, Icay comes in like a blue hedgehog and blasts himself into the lead.
yeah. Dude, Icay, like, he's a ninja. Meowster, he's a ninja, exactly. So we're really getting down to the wire here.
I honestly love seeing that, where we're just sitting here watching regular gameplay and this guy comes in at light speed from behind.
Yeah. Toad is a hedgehog confirmed, exactly, Kotaku.
I mean, his head is the shape of the speed item from Mario Kart. And it looks like we're trying to fight over some power-ups here.
Yeah, I say.
let it go.
Yep, he does have. He is big though. He has a slight lead. Bacon in a similar situation.
Bacon keeping up nicely as they
Yep,
hop
alright.
and duck and dodge.
It's a door. That's
We need a P-switch.
yeah. Oh, there it is up top.
Oh no.
Obviously,
oh, no,
Bacon.
they say.
Bacon knows I say is waiting down there for the door.
And it looks like we might have entered a game of chicken here. We might have a time up right here. Oh no. And there is Bacon with the give up.
Probably a mutual reset here.
Our runners do have the ability to communicate with each other.
Yep.
And yes, we have honorable players, and they both give up. That's definitely an impasse. Something that would be so simple in a single player. As soon as there's
Mohammed.
an opponent.
Oh, yeah. Mohammed in chat, you like the double screen more than this? So the thing with our versus tournaments is that you have people who may not be streamers. They don't necessarily have a capture card set up and the ability to do all of that. So we have these people who just really want to like play in a Mario tournament, and then they play their games. They don't have to do anything special. And then you have like Arwe sometimes does it, but we have Jelly Dot this time because he's in the EU for the EU tournament, who does all of that spectating and streaming himself for both of the players, so the players can just play their game and not worry about having to stream anything. So it's definitely a different style. The leagues are definitely a different thing, and the versus is much more of a mental game, in my opinion. And this looks like a very mental level indeed. Very confusing.
Yeah, again, a puzzle level. Lots of puzzle levels, which is, I think it's fun. It really gives,
oh, sorry.
it really gives our runners a chance to, you know, become, like, catch up. Whoever can figure out the puzzle first, kind of.
Yeah, it's another kind of
forward.
equalizer. The word equalizer has been tossed around a lot.
It's a good word. Toss it around more.
So XY0, we're watching the footage just through a Discord screen share where you're watching the exact same feed as it's going to the Twitch stream. Nothing special going on there.
Indeed. So yeah, the two different versions, the shared screen and the two screens, they have their different advantages. The advantage of this one just being, you know, we get more people, we get more awesome runners for you guys to watch that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Because I can definitely attest, capture cards are a very big investment, and
They are expensive, and sometimes they don't work, and then it's not fun.
Yeah, for sure. So here we have Bacon looking around.
Wow. Bacon.
Oh.
Wow. The flag was right there.
Way to get it out.
Wow, okay. That looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks like the dot from the track covers it up or something. I wonder if he knew that was there.
No, there's no... Well, I mean, okay. To be fair, there was no, like, vertical wall on the right side, and the camera stopped moving. So,
Yeah.
I guess you would have had to know that it was somewhere on that slope, but I still feel like that was really kind of stupid.
That was interesting. That was very good to... I wasn't even sure what happened at first. I thought someone else won.
Yeah, alright, so first to 8 in this grand finals set here. Whoever wins the next 2 matches is gonna get the win here.
Sticking with the tie, I am predicting that each of our runners will have at least one more win.
Yeah, you know, the 7-7 grand finals would be quite the experience, I'm sure. Alright. Ooh.
Moving just a little bit too fast. Not actually sure who's playing who right now.
Yeah. I missed the pause screen there.
But we have Toad moving up forward and... Ooh, taking the death. Do we take the blind jump or do we search around? Luigi taking the jump looks... We didn't see anything. Looks like that might be a fruitless effort.
Here, I'm gonna clip and rewind to figure out who was who. I hope I wasn't too late.
Looks like we have Icay as...
Yes, alright. Bacon is Toad and Icay is Luigi. That is correct.
Yes, indeed. Our wonderful restreamer was able to figure that out for us. Thank you. So, Bacon still messing around in that area while Icay's also still trying to figure out what's in here. Exploring the subworld.
Yeah, lots of...
What is there to this level?
Wow. We've seen some confusing stuff.
Again, it's just puzzle after puzzle. All different kinds. It's like an exploration puzzle. Oh, there's a pipe.
Alright, so...
Did they come out of that pipe, though?
And then you also can see we have 5 red/pink/key coins we need to collect. Oh, people are in chat are saying that it might be a glitch level where you need to do a glitch to beat the level, which are obviously not fun at all. And
definitely not in this kind of tournament. That's
No,
either
for
have
sure.
knowledge or you don't. It does kind of have that look to it, and
Yeah.
actually, I'm pretty sure there is a way to like kind of shoot yourself up through those on-off switches the way that they are. So
Yeah,
that
just
might be
'cause
the key.
varying hitboxes and all of that. We might see a mutual reset here from the runners. Just
As we bounce into each other. They better be
Yeah.
careful there. They might end up helping out
Ooh.
their enemy.
I say was pretty close there. He got into the hitbox of the on-off switch, but not quite able to get, up there enough.
We've definitely got a little bit of a fight. Seems like they've both got similar ideas as of what to do.
Yeah,
Trying to
for
figure each other
sure.
out. I think it just comes down to doing a duck jump and timing the jump properly. Like, if you jump into that block, if I recall correctly, you can jump off of the block as it spawns in. I'm not sure if you can do it while big, though.
Yeah, it's definitely an odd situation.
You can see them getting stuck in there a little bit. Neither one of them quite wants to give in just yet. They're still giving it the tries.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I say almost getting it. Oh,
Bacon.
all right, Bacon through.
Let's see what else we have to see here. It looks like the end is right in sight. You just have to
Blue
drill
snake
down.
block. Is this
Does
the
it?
subworld, or isn't this the subworld?
World.
All right, so
kinda
I
lost
say
track.
gets through as well.
Okay. Oh, I say back down in, but you did figure out. Looks like you have to utilize that bouncer or something.
All right, so
This is such a strange level.
yeah.
Spring.
All right, and more ice.
It's very
Oh,
vertical.
Okay. All right, into a pipe. Might be the end.
I say right behind him.
Oh.
And we're just right back here. Wow.
What in the world?
Right back.
All right, so I say gets on top of that little pipe platform and does a spin, trying to get all the way over there. Perhaps a flagpole, a checkpoint.
Oh, and he makes it to the checkpoint. Just
Okay.
tap it. Okay, I say with a huge advantage right now.
Yeah, huge. Alright, so now he sees all these coins. Now, typically coins, you don't really like to collect them because whoever gets the last one is gonna have that advantage. But I say he's here seemingly alone for the moment.
Being a master of obscure tech in this game.
Yeah, so he is gonna have to try to figure out how he can get in there. Probably something funky with note blocks.
Oh, is this a soft block?
No, I think there. Yeah, there's one.
He can
Yeah.
get back. Excellent. So all he's got to do is get that last coin. I'm pretty sure if I counted right, that is the only one remaining.
Yeah.
Remember what I was saying earlier about whoever figures out the puzzle first gets to move forward? That's what's happening right here. Those little choice decisions. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
You got the blowy trophy to walk off, and that's the keys.
And it looks like it's the key to victory. It looks like he'll drop right down onto that
Yeah.
goal. There we go.
Wow. All right. I say taking that win, bringing it to match point.
Stuck it out. 7-6. Can he take the win?
Wow. That's a patient level. That's good for Icay, man. Sticking it out like that.
Now, Icay was in last month's finals too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was second place, so he's really looking to get this next win and, you know, get some redemption. Second place 2 months in a row. I don't know. That's gotta hurt. He's not looking for that though.
Now I gotta say I'm rooting for Bacon on this level here, so we can get that 7-7 tie up.
Oh, for sure.
And looks like we had a nighttime level in the original game mode with wind. Oh no.
All right, we see Bacon getting the mushroom. Slightly ahead. See some fire bars. Just gonna damage boost through that.
Leaving Icay behind. Will we see that turbo mushroom power again?
Maybe. The ninja. Alright, so loses the fire flower. He does still have the mushroom though for the damage boost. One power up.
Indeed. He's a whole floor above. Very sizable lead indeed as we zig and zag back and forth. Gotta make that.
Alright.
Ooh.
So we do have some looking like he's gonna jump across these dry bones. Oh, so narrowly dodges the saw and some snake blocks.
Now, the respawning of those dry bones could also keep Icay behind a little bit. We'll see how fast they respawn for him.
Checking out Icay a bit. Still on the fireballs, so.
Ooh.
Bacon holding on to a lead.
Not bothering to get the extra coins.
He's gonna get a lot of real life coins if he wins.
Alright, Icay still down there. And Bacon avoids the fire easily and finds himself a checkpoint. Oh, this is looking really good for Bacon right now.
Yeah, for sure. Alright.
Has the damage boost that he can use.
Makes it through. It's the Mega Mushroom.
Loses the Mega Mushroom.
He's gonna use this damage boost to run across the thwomps. Barely. Wow, I just couldn't talk for a sec there. Alright. So he makes it up to the next floor.
Smartly waits. He can afford to take a little bit of extra time. It would probably be in his best interest to go just a little bit slow so he doesn't die.
A small amount more patient. Especially with these spike traps here. Oh, very dangerous jump there. Oh, okay. We see a Bowser. We also see a... Oh!
And there it is. Icay is ahead of him now. Will Icay be taking the win? Oh, he's got to figure out a way across those thwomps. I'm not sure if there is a way other than damage boosting.
Yeah, neither of the players wanting to give up.
We might have entered another stalemate.
This is... wow.
All Icay has to do is chill on top of that block and neither player can progress.
Something else. Bacon off to the right there. Icay... Oh, this might be a mutual reset, perhaps? Nope.
Reset or skip, one or the other. Icay definitely playing it smart. This is the move for him. It might be a little bit slow,
Alright. Yeah, so Bacon, when he used the Mega Mushroom, right? He broke the blocks that were beneath that question mark block, which means it's now impossible to hit that question mark. block.
Ah, good catch. Unless they were to bounce off of each other's heads. I don't know about impossible. It looks like he can hit it over from that shelf.
Not sure. And then there's also the thought of getting a power up from down bottom, like Bacon is doing here, and then he'd be able to damage boost across
I
the
say
thwomps.
taking a reset.
If he keeps this mushroom through the saw snake block section, then he might be able to pull something off.
Good strategy indeed. Icay
Ooh.
still chilling out on top there. I
Nice hops from
Not-
Bacon.
Not 100% convinced that that jump is impossible.
All right. He's
And
he's just
there
gonna take that. All right. Okay.
And he
Bacon.
doesn't let Icay see what he's doing. Very
Yeah.
smart.
Dude, Bacon, that was like really, really smart plays. Giga Brain indeed. Wow. This is the kind of play we like to see in the grand finals.
And he's just gonna climb. Just gotta climb on up here. Icay probably going back, trying to
Alright.
mimic a similar strategy.
There was that Bowser though.
There was the Bowser that caused problems before, but it's further away now.
Alright.
Do we have a win from Bacon coming up? It looks like he has
Perhaps.
2 chances, I believe. He has 2 fire flowers for this fight. The other one being on the right side. He loses the first one. Oh, it looks like there's a few more. Alright, scattered around.
Yep. Alright, so the Bowser is probably gonna have that key. So
Bowser
get
with
the key
the
to-
trolley fire.
Yeah, for sure.
They can going to get in close to him, just trying to speed it up. He could play it a little bit safer by shooting him from further away, but he seems comfortable enough. I think he's down to his last flower, though. Icay catching up, and he gets hit by the fire.
Oh man.
Is Bacon out of fire flowers? Or
I
does he still
think
have
that's
one?
all of them. He has to
Oh.
die first before he can get more, I think. What is he? He's going back down here.
He's exploring, looking around.
He's going all the way down.
He might know of an extra one. Icay still having a little bit of trouble getting up there. Oh, but if he can get up there... Actually, Bowser might have despawned by this point, so he might have had his health refreshed.
Yeah, Bowser's definitely at full health again. I think it's 40 fireballs, if I remember from like a million matches ago.
It's a good amount. 40 definitely sounds like a good guess. It's up there. 40, maybe even 60. And we have 16 seconds on the clock, it looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah, they're giving up. Whew. So
Man.
many extra bonus matches, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I hopped in here. Moving on.
All right. Still Bacon looking to tie it up and eventually win. And Icay feels he tastes the victory.
That might have been Bacon's chance for victory. Who knows?
We will see.
He still needs the double win. Oh, it's tense.
All right,
and
now.
World.
Now, of course, Icay is on the Ninja Toad, so I mean,
Oh no. Well, that's an advantage right there. But Bacon is Big Red, the original gangster.
yep. Bacon has a significant lead here. He climbs up the tree, gets the cat, probably gonna dive. Yep, gets the dive, barely onto that platform. Ooh, gets the cat belted. Oh, the troll! Exclamation mark block. Okay.
He didn't die. Is that a multiplayer thing?
I think he had enough health to live through. I'm not sure.
This does crush you. Very interesting. Okay.
All right.
Well, I say with the advantage. Very
All right,
much
so
so.
we can see this. We have to. Oh, all right.
There
So
it is.
it's looking like Icay is gonna take this win here. He's very close. Yep.
And there he goes. He takes the league. That's it. 8-6.
Icay wins the February EU versus Mario Maker tournament. Get your GGs out for all of the runners, but especially Icay with the Ninja Toad.
I say in an IC level in February. Very good.
So, congratulations, I say you won second place last time. You certainly got it. First to
Good job.
8, and that is our grand finals, last match of the day, of course.
Showing that consistent win rate, that consistent level of skill here. I say, great job. You definitely
All
did
right,
that.
so just a clarification for a few people in chat. People are saying it's 1-1. The grand finals were not a best of 3 set. It was a double elimination. So Bacon was already 1 set down because he was part of that losers bracket. So, all right, yeah. So just a few shout outs here. We have Yella Dot. I've been calling him Jelly Dot all day.
I didn't want to say anything.
All right. I apologize greatly. So thank you for being our restreamer, our spectator all day, and of course John Wayne for all of the wonderful work you do for the Global Speedrun Association, as well as being our fake grand prize of eternal love. So just I want to thank Maximum Color for coming in clutch for this last little bit of the grand finals. I want to thank all of the other people who've commentated for this, of course. Alright. And at PACE, Global Speedruns Association real-life event in Laurel, Maryland, there's going to be the Mario Maker versus Moan tournament there. There's going to be a 3,000 minimum prize pool. You could win $3,000 USD. So get your signups for PACE, get your signups for the Versus Mo tournament. It's going to be a great time.
Oh yeah, we'll have some big names there, like the Versus God himself, IPK, coming up in May. Check that out.
For sure. And in addition, the US tournament for Versus starts the first Sunday of every month, and signups for the US tournament, the next one, is going to be coming up tonight. So if you want to get in on some of this action yourself and you live in the US, then you can get that signups tonight.
Alright, with that, I believe we will be signing off. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, GG everyone.
They are synced.
They are synced now. Do whatever. In the lead again.
Wow. Side for sure from Cheese. Okay, doing it moving. Oh no, the Cheese falls!